So I found this completely by mistake. I was just scrolling through X and I was like, oh snap, this looks pretty interesting. So we're gonna go over the video, and then after that we're going to go through the news article because this just dropped as I'm recording this, right? So let's jump right in.
This is so cool. I mean, so cool as in like. This has got to be the funniest thing I've ever seen. I know, it's like you feel like a zoo animal. I've never.
If you're not with us, then you're against us. So clear. So clear.
Oh my god. What? We do custom apps for a whole bunch of companies around Minnesota and the country. Filming us?
Why are you filming us?
Because you're filming us. Here. You want to see Do I look like an ice agent?
Yeah, you look like a fucking ice agent.
Holy fucking Christ.
You look like an ice agent. I don't have anything to do with it.
This is what's wrong with the talk.
No, it's not. You have no relationship with us. Wait, so do you
Why the
support?
fuck would I be an ice?
Would you support?
Support what? The way you guys are acting?
You support
Fuck no.
ICE? Oh, okay. Yeah.
The way you guys are, I don't support ICE either.
Bootlicker either way. Then why do you care? Then you should.
I'm just trying to enjoy my lunch.
If you're not with us, then you're against us. Yeah, exactly.
So a little bit of backstory. We're gonna jump into a news article that's gonna really like break it down, right? These friends, right? They work in creating apps and everything like that in Minnesota, and I believe there's 4 white guys, I believe, and they were at a place eating lunch where I guess someone spotted them and thought that they were ICE agents and decided to accost them. A whole bunch of white people, white liberal women, like I keep saying time and time again. And yeah, there it was right there. They pretty much saying, if you're not with us, you're against us. And where have I heard that before?
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
If you don't know, I'm a nerd. Yes, I said it because what? First of all, you don't even know who these people are, and you're just like, if you're not with us, you're against us. It's funny because these are the same people talking about how ICE is this, ICE is that, and yada yada yada, but they're doing the exact same shit. You found people out of nowhere, accosted them, said, hey look, who do you belong to and where do you lie when it comes to your allegiances? Oh, you don't? Alright, bet, we're gonna bug it. Do I not see that as being the same shit? And then you're profiling people based on how they look, because we're gonna get into it, but because they're white. And I've said this time and time and time again. This is white women's fault. White liberal women's fault. They did this shit. I've been peeping them since 2017. 2017. And you want to know what they did? They bent over y'all white men, because I blame y'all for this shit too. They bent y'all over and said y'all gonna listen to us. And you know what y'all did? Some of y'all fell in line. Some of y'all fell in line. Some of y'all were apathetic and so I don't really care what goes on. Look where you are right now. You have lily white women telling you as a white man that you're evil because you're white. It's just like that's fucking hilarious. That's crazy to me. It's wild. Let me be a black person or any other nationality, right? And talk crap about my race to such an extent that white women do, and they will call me all manner of names. But for them, they're seen as the heroes. They're seen as justice warriors. And it's gonna keep getting this bad. It's gonna get even worse because keeping it in a buck, keeping it a stack, a thou wow, y'all white men let it get out of control. That's what happened. I gotta blame y'all for what's going on because I'm tell you what, because y'all let white women run ruckshot on y'all, they started infecting all the other women. That's exactly what started happening. That's exactly what started happening. Got a problem with what I was saying? I don't give a damn. It's the truth. But let's jump right into the article. Exclusive. Tech workers say they were mistaken for ICE agents, accosted by anti-ICE mob. The software engineers were confronted by protesters who surrounded the restaurant, shouting insults and blowing whistles in their ears as they attempted to leave, according to one of the men. What began as a casual lunch between 5 Twin Cities software engineers quickly escalated into a frightening encounter after the men were misidentified as undercover federal agents and protesters were alerted to the Minneapolis restaurant where they were dining. Alpha News obtained video and spoke with one of the men, Lee, a software engineer from Plymouth, who described how the situation unfolded. Group chat alert allegedly triggered protests. Lee said the group was eating lunch at Clancy's Deli near 38th Street and Grand Avenue South when one of the men, who belongs to an who belongs to an anti-ICE signal chat, received a message from a group labeled SW Minneapolis Rapid Response, claiming that plainclothes ICE agents were dining at the restaurant. According to Lee, the message stated the presence of ICE agents had been confirmed by the owner of the restaurant, who Lee identified as the woman who rang up their order. Bet you she was white. My friend was shocked, Lee said. He's on the anti-ICE side politically. He lives nearby. He's eaten there before, and suddenly he's seeing messages saying we're ICE. Lee said the alert was shared among regional anti-ICE networks, drawing dozens of protests to the restaurant within 15 minutes. Also, I want to let this be known, right? These are people that believe that ICE is just going out there killing people. And you know what they're doing? They're going up to them and blowing whistles in their faces. If I believed that someone was out just going around killing people, you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't go looking for them, and I also wouldn't go blowing whistles in their faces. But that's just me. I'm just trying to enjoy my lunch. The software engineers, all white males dressed casually in sweatshirts and jackets, were soon confronted by the protesters who surrounded the restaurant, shouting insults and blowing whistles in their ears as they attempted to leave, according to Lee. I got tinnitus. Ain't nobody gonna be doing that for long before I start swinging. Keeping it a buck. We were just trying to eat lunch, said Lee, who said protesters began gathering outside the deli's windows, looking in and taking photos and videos of the group as they ate. Once the men stepped outside, Lee said the atmosphere quickly became volatile. Next thing we know, people are yelling, "I hope you die," and calling us pedophiles. In the video, one of the men tells the protesters that they were just software engineers trying to have a meal, explaining, "We do custom apps for a whole bunch of companies around Minnesota and the country." The crowd appears unconvinced, prompting one of them to ask, "Do I look like an ICE agent?" To which a woman responds, "Yes. Yeah, you look like an effing ICE agent." Someone else yells, "Get the F out," as whistles blow. "This is what's wrong with your guys' cause," the man says. A woman asks, "Would you support us?" The man answers, "The way you guys are acting, no, and I don't support ICE either," adding, "I'm just trying to enjoy my lunch." "If you're not with us, then you're against us," the woman responds. Lee said the main ringleader of the protesters said they deserved it because they were white, privileged males. Lee said the scene felt volatile and unpredictable. "My buddy thought we were going to get shot," he said, saying the restaurant owner is responsible for the chaos. "You don't tell extremists that random customers are ICE agents. That's how people get hurt." Alpha News contacted Clancy's Deli during regular business hours seeking comment, but did not receive a response by publication time. Lee emphasized to Alpha News that the group's political views were mixed, but said the encounter left some of them reconsidering their positions. "One of us is pro-ICE and one anti-ICE and others on the fence," he said. "After this, I think some of them are rethinking everything." Lee said the protesters appeared energized by the confrontation. "It felt like the Super Bowl," he said, "like they've been waiting days for someone to finally show up." Yeah, because these people have no jobs, they have no work, they have nothing else better to do in their lives, and they're bored. So now they feel like, oh wow, I get to be the hero. You're just going out confronting people and just trying to like be bullies at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're trying to do. And this muddles the whole movement. This muddles the whole like point of what your guys are trying to do. I don't necessarily agree with them being like anti-ICE and everything like that. I think that's stupid. I think it's dumb. But if I did, you literally just turn me against you, because now I know that if I go out with my people, whether they're white or not, you're gonna look at them and be like, yeah, racist, privilege, what? You know what I find so funny? This right here. One of us is pro-ICE, one anti-ICE, others on the fence. And yet there are 5 people, seemingly friends, just hanging out, getting some lunch. It's almost like people can have differing opinions and ideas and not have it be something that's gonna turn into volatile like chaos. And this is extremes, right? I don't believe in extremes on either side, right or left. Right now, we're just seeing front and center how the left, or the more extreme left, I should say, they're kind of going out of control. Cause I've seen some videos, I've seen some things out there, and we're going to talk about it. And it's wild. It is wild. Yes, we talked about what happened with Renee Good and how I felt like, personally, she should still be alive. But due to mistakes on both parts, I believe, personally, she's not. Her being the one that committed the first mistake. Her ass shouldn't have been out there in the first place. But yeah, I just saw this and I was like, yo, this is wild right here. Because it's so funny. Because this is not the first time I've seen instances like this where someone's on one side, namely the left, and because of an interaction, due to the fact that they're white or whatever, they just start thinking, yeah, I don't know about all this shit. I don't know if I can stand with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know how crazy that is? And it's so reminiscent of the past election where it's like, you're trying to bring people to your side, but you're alienating people that you need. And then being like, well, you're a piece of shit because you're white and privileged. What? I'm about to go on a whole tangent. White privileged males. I've said this before, and I might do a video talking about it a little bit more. Do y'all not see how white women flipped the script on y'all? How they made it about white men as opposed to white people? I'm not for calling out white people saying, oh, you're privileged because you're white. I'm not for that. But do you not see how they kind of fucked y'all in the end and was like, yeah. The people may be white people, but it's white men. They're the ones. And how they shuffled themselves to the back and try to say, yeah, we're marginalized like everybody else. Do y'all not see that? I've been peeping this since 2017. I got people that know I've been peeping this shit since 2017. Because now you have white women and them bitch ass white men that want to bend over for them, saying that, well, you're white privileged male, so you're obviously the evil guy. I'm telling y'all, man, look. But you know, if you like it, I love it. Keep staying silent and watch what happens. Well, you guys already know the drill. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Comment down below, tell me your thoughts. How do you feel about this whole situation? Do you feel like people are just like out of control with it at this point? Or you can be honest, do you feel like the temperature hasn't been brought up enough? Because what ICE and what the federal government is doing is just terrible. Even though we just saw this and what they're doing is pretty terrible too. But let me know down in the comments below. You're free to say whatever you want to say, and you're free to, you know, voice your opinion. I can't help what people respond to in that when it comes to that opinion, but you know, you're free to. But that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.